Hi everyone. Good day to all the listeners. We are back with yet another Power Pack content in our channel Know Your Industry. Today we are going to talk about the industry which is in front of you. If you are listening to us for the last few videos, you would have seen that we are currently in our communication, media and telecom journey. Before this, we have covered insurance industry to some extent, and today we would be looking at the publishing industry globally. How the market looks like internationally, we have broken down the market into 5 regions, that is North America, Europe, Asia Pacific, Latin America and Middle East and Africa. If you see, the revenue for North America is the highest among all the regions. That's hovering around $42 billion around 2023. The growth rate is about, so internationally in the different regions, it's about 3 to 5%. In North America, it's about 3.2. Europe is not falling behind. The revenue is about $35 billion, which is about, say, $5 to $7 billion less than US. Whereas the growth rate is about 2.8. The best part about Asia Pacific is the growth rate. As you see, that's the highest growth rate internationally. And something that is contributing to this highest growth rate is expansion of the digital format of reading. In terms of the ebooks and the different other digital platforms that we have today. That's contributing to the growth rate about 5.2% in Asia Pacific. Revenue wise, it's about $31 billion. The comparatively smaller markets in publishing is Latin America and Middle East. Latin America traditionally has not been a highly reading market. The revenue is about $8 to $9 billion. 2023 growth rate is moderate, about 2.5. Middle East and Africa is catching up in terms of a reading market or a publishing market. The publishing industry is highly led by academic publishing, and the other formats like ebooks and digital formats are also catching up to some extent. The growth rate is lowest currently in this market with about 2%, and revenue is about $5 to $5.5 billion last year. Now we would be looking at the different aspects of the publishing industry. The first one being digital revolution. We would be looking at how the ebooks and the digital content aspect looks like, along with the self-publishing and the audiobooks field. Ebooks and digital content is something that all of us are aware of, and we, to some extent, all of us have also moved to that platform. We have been reading Kindle for some time, which has been launched in 2007. Apart from Kindle, we also have Apple Books, Google Books, so on and so forth. And there are a lot of other apps and other platforms that have come to today's world, which helps us to listen to books rather than reading books, right? And something that all of us are very easy today is the internet, and that's why these kind of platforms have taken that into their advantage and changed the habit in which we are interacting with the books. One of the pioneers in this field is Project Gutenberg, which has been launched around 1970-71. But even readers who are around 1990s and 2000s, most of the readers have heard about this project. This is formed the largest digital library today, which of late has boasts about 70,000 plus free ebooks that you can access if you are in this platform which the Project Gutenberg has launched. Juggernaut Books, which is launched late, much after Project Gutenberg, which around 2016, but they are also doing a great job in this aspect of giving access to ebooks and digital contents online. The other important thing in the publishing world is about self-publishing, right? Because if you think about new readers or new writers, for that matter, publishing has always been a very an aspect full of hassles, right? Because it entails a lot of cost, it entails a lot of processes as well. But platforms like Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing, Smashwords, Ingram Spark, they are doing a great job in this space, allowing new writers to easily publish their books online and also physically, with very less amount of cost and very less amount of investment as well. The other platforms doing great in this space is Wattpad internationally. If you look at Indian market, Notion Press, which was born out of Chennai, they have become a very famous platform. There's another platform called Pothi.com, which was a startup based out of Bangalore. But the founders of Pothi.com has also done a great focus job in this space and have made publishing for Indian writers a very easy job today. So this is another great digital revolution that a lot of companies have together brought about, along with giving access to ebooks to a lot of readers. The other phenomenon that has caught all of us ears rather is audiobooks, right? Today the leader in this space is Audible, which was acquired by Amazon in 2008. It has millions of readers internationally. Along with Audible, we can also name Storytel, which has also come up with interesting subscription based offers, also offering a vast library of audiobooks, and which has made significant inroads in this space. So Audible, Storytel and similar other audiobooks are also changing the wave in terms of reading books. From digital revolution, we are moving to market dynamics in the publishing industry, and one of the interesting aspect that all of us know is the consolidation of the publishers in this space. We have seen how Penguin and Random House, they have consolidated in 2013, making one of the largest publisher globally. We have also seen how HarperCollins, Barnes and Noble and other big publishers, they have also expanded their footprint in other markets like India and other markets where they were erstwhile not present. They acquired small publishers and imprints to enhance their catalog and market reach. Right, so hence consolidation has been an aspect all of us have seen. Retail shifts is something that you and I we are familiar with, right? More and more physical books have gone off the shelf and have given way to platforms like Amazon, Flipkart, and so on and so forth. And in today's world, buying books online is a day-to-day affair. We have seen how Barnes and Nobles, they have seen facing declining sales, and they have shifted their strategy to offer a more personalized in-store experience, and they have even diversified their product offerings beyond books, right? So that these kind of retail shifts we have seen for leading book publishers internationally. The other important aspect, which I've touched upon in my previous slide as well, with the help of Storytel. Online platforms, they have come up with subscription models, right? And you have seen that in Kindle Unlimited as well. And platforms like Script, they have also come up with really interesting subscription models where you can listen to books, audiobooks, and other media content based on your own convenience, right? Because today's world, the most important resource that we have, or in fact the most scarce resource that we have, is time, and hence piecing our reading based on our convenience is very important for the readers, and that's where the subscription models come in. So these are the most important market dynamics to look in the publishing industry. Now we are going to talk about the technological innovations that we have seen, and among technological innovations, the most important that is shaping up this industry is the usage of AI voice for audiobooks, right? Now consider a market like India, where we have about 20 to 23 languages, and then say for example some great work has happened in a particular language like in Bengali, right? Say for example Rabindranath Tagore, he wrote a lot of things in Bengali, but at certain point of time those got translated in English and other languages and has been consumed internationally. But that was a very timely affair and a costly affair back in those days, right? But today, if you come up with a good content in one language, and if you put that into an AI voice, and an AI voice can do it a great job in terms of having a neutral voice and converting it into multiple languages in a matter of a jiffy, right? And then it can be distributed in different other regions, in different languages. Another important thing, another interesting thing that we are seeing today is somebody is having a YouTube channel, but he or she is parallelly running 4 or 5 other channels in other languages, right, with the same content, and that's where AI voice is enabling such content creators enormously in today's world, and that's one of the leading trends, technological trends in this publishing industry today. The other very important trend today is print on demand, right? We spoke about these platforms like Ingram, Spark, Lulu, etc. they have not only helped writers in terms of self-publishing, they are also highly helping writers, and especially young writers and new writers, in terms of doing print on demand, right? Because not everybody has the capability of printing a lot of books upfront and then distributing and then waiting for sales to take place, right? You are gaining more publicity online through ebooks and other platforms, and then based on your demand and based on the demand of your readers, you can print on demand in leading platforms like Lulu, and you can literally give it, like, make it overnight, right? You can give the order today, and within the next few days, platforms like Lulu, they are coming up with 100 prints of your books, and then you can distribute based on your will, right? In India, I mentioned platforms like Pothi.com, Repro India, they are doing great work in terms of print on demand for different writers of different genres. The other very important again interesting and upcoming facet that we are seeing in this world is enhanced ebooks, right? Where you have a lot of multimedia content, interactive features, right? And we have seen this happening in Apple Books, in Pottermore, right? Pottermore was more for young readers, right? Who are going through the Harry Potter series, and they are getting interactive features and additional content. But Apple Books is making it more mainstream, and you are getting this in books of different genres today. Graphic India in India is doing a very similar kind of a job. We can all connect to our Amod Chitrokotha, which is one of the very iconic Indian publisher, and they have also ventured into digital formats, offering enhanced version of their classic comic books that all of us have read, right, at some point of time in a physical format. So hence this is very much mainstream today, and we can definitely look forward to more and more publishers and e-publishers coming into interactive and enhanced ebooks in the coming days. Now we would focus a little on some of the specific consumer dynamics, and we have seen a lot of these events and chats coming up in platforms which are called Bookstagram, Booktube, and BookTok, which are happening in the leading social media platforms. So obviously all of us know that our reading habits have come down, right, internationally, and that's also statistics. I'm just not saying by myself, but at least what we are seeing is we are seeing interest and discussions around a lot of newly launched books. At least people are reading to some extent about what the book is about, and what it talks, and so on and so forth. And through these kind of discussion platforms, a lot of new aspects also come up, right? So that's one of the good part about these social media and influencers discussing books in different leading social platforms. In terms of reading habits, again, shorter formats and exploring diverse genres and voices, that's one of the trends. As parents, all the parents should keep it in mind, that they should catch their child young, and then try to inculcate a habit of reading physical books. And if they get into that habit early in the process, then obviously a child will try to carry that forward in his or her life. And obviously when time becomes more constrained, then he or she may have to choose some other platforms. But till that time, a physical book and reading physical books, there is no replacement to that aspect, right? So that's something that we should keep in mind. Another very important thing that I wanted to talk about here is the growth of these literary festivals that is happening in a country like India, and also internationally, right? I can talk about India, how JLF, which is the Jaipur Literature Festival, is a big thing now. Not only celebrated writers from the globe, and from India, they come together and they discuss about the books. They do a lot of book launches and other things. But readers like you and me, we also look forward to this kind of festivals today. We travel to get an environment of the festival, to listen to our favorite writers, and also to do a lot of quick read-ups, and to talk to our fellow readers as well, to discuss and exchange our experience of reading books. Apart from JLF, we are seeing Kolkata Literature Festival, the Orange City Literature Festival, Kozhikode Literature Festival, which are also gaining a lot of popularity these days. Apart from this, obviously, we are seeing a lot of dedicated YouTube channels which are coming up, where people are only reading out books, they at length, through different chapters in different days, and then listeners and interacting with them highly in terms of the different genres that different people are doing, right? So these are some of the very immersive experiences that readers are going through today. And maybe apart from physically reading books, these are also equally important, and these are also shaping up the industry and how we think, and think, eat and sleep books in today's time. So before I end today, I would look at a few opportunities ahead, and one of the thing that is talked about in this industry highly is about how we can look at sustainable, eco-friendly publishing practices. And in the next slide, I would talk a lot of alternatives to wood, how we can look at different alternatives in terms of printing books, right, without harming our environment, which unfortunately happens if you print a book with the help of wood, right? Along with sustainability, the AI voice implementation, which I've already spoke at length, right? This is a trend that we should definitely look forward to, which would change the industry highly, and which would help readers get connected and get a reach to good content which was originally made in some other language, but has been translated to this language over a matter of a day, right, with the help of AI voice implementation. Localized content is gaining a lot of traction internationally in different markets. We have seen this in Europe highly, where in different countries different languages are spoken and people stick to that language mostly. But how, again, with the help of AI voice implementation and other AI aspects, we can make content in one language or of one region accessible to another language very easily going forward. The other important trend that is shaping this industry, which I've already spoken, is the enhanced ebooks, which are having multimedia content in that. And another aspect we need to think is how textbooks can be enhanced. Textbook can be enhanced, and textbook learning can be enhanced with the help of interactive media aspects in the books, right, which can make maybe a seemingly boring subject very interesting to a student, right? So that's something that the publishers and the printing world should look at, right? And today I would rather say the ebook world should look at. So these are some of the hot opportunities that publishers of today's world should definitely capitalize on. Before ending, as I told, that I would just touch upon a few alternatives to wood to produce paper, and I was doing this research for the last few weeks actually, and I saw that while we are more familiar with things like bagasse, which is the agricultural residue from sugarcane, but along with that residues from wheat and rice and other things can also help in producing papers. Bamboo and hemp, they are also quite we are quite familiar with these as alternatives to paper. Bamboo is a highly sustainable alternative to wood because it grows quickly and can be harvested without killing the plant. That's very important. And hemp is also a high yield and no environmental impact product, right? Hemp grows quickly and requires fewer pesticides and less water compared to traditional wood sources. So these are sources we should more again the publishers and the book printing, the presses and the companies in this field should more look at. And then there are other alternatives as well which are coming up, which are more at a research phase, like seaweed and algae, right? Innovative materials. Research is being conducted on the use of seaweed and algae as sustainable sources of paper production, offering a potentially low impact alternative to traditional materials, as well as recycled textile, right? Recycled textile has been used in the past as well, but somehow it has not got into that volume that it should get into. Today recycled cotton and linen can be used to produce high quality paper, actually reducing the need for virgin fibers. So that's also another important alternative the entire industry should look at. And along with that, we already have stone paper, right? And that's made out of crushed limestone, which is calcium carbonate combined with non-toxic resin. Stone paper cannot replace a normal paper. Stone paper is a little more harder paper, which is more used for marketing materials, banners, standees, and these kind of materials. So that's where stone paper comes in. So it's waterproof, it's tear resistant, and requires no water or bleach to produce, right? So we should always use stone paper for these kind of usages. But for our traditional paper, instead of wood, the industry should more look at hemp, bamboo, agricultural residues, and going forward maybe seaweed and algae as well, to build our books in the future world. So with that, I would end my content today. I hope you are liking my content, and request you to do subscribe to the channel and also share this content with your friends. I would meet you soon with another video with another such industry in my next one. Thank you.